Hey, Coco. Coco. Coco Beast. There she is. Did you see someone? What do you see? Who's there? You want to chomp him? Coco gets worked up sometimes if we ask her questions. It's weird. I'm recording on my phone, so I keep seeing my face, but I have to look at this spot, not this spot. Well, it's been an interesting couple of days. I came here on Friday, and everything was going swimmingly. I was nervous about my solar panels flying off on the drive down, and I'm also running a mileage experiment on the bus. I filled up as much as I could at the gas station before I left, and I plan on filling back up when I leave, or rather when I get home, and check the odometer and see what the difference is. I've tried to keep it, for the most part, not over 65, unless I'm going downhill. Generally hanging around 63, 64. In a vehicle this big, it's not a big deal to just putter along. It's not annoying to me where in a car I gotta be in the left lane all the time. Like, for me, it's like a video game or something. I managed to hurt my finger a little bit, and it's because I tried crawling through a hatch on the front, and I was actually contemplating walking on my solar panels. So what happened was, I went and played first hockey game, and that was at noon. Everything was fine. Panels are pulling in 300 to 500 watts, no problem. I come back out, and they're pulling in 9. And I'm thinking, what's going on here? The solar panel, or the MPPT controller, says it's at 28 volts. And I'm looking at the BMV, and it says 25. I think, well, that's not right. So I figured, well, I'm just going to go to the next arena we're going to be at. It's about a 20-minute drive, and I'd figure it out. And in the meantime, the bus's alternator would charge everything up, because it was down to about 80%. Because I'd been running a little electric heat, because I figured the sun's only going to be getting brighter, and it'll just keep it warm, so I don't have to burn a little bit of propane or anything. Why not? Because when my batteries are on float, the solar panels, I got 2,000 watts of solar on there, but it's not using it, so I figured, well, why not use it? Anyway, I get here, and I can't figure out what's going on, so I decide there must be a loose connection up on the roof here. It had happened once before, and I went so far as I crawled through the hatch, and I got up there, and I looked underneath the panels, and everything looked fine. It didn't even look like the wind had moved things much. I even Googled walking on solar panels, and I was planning on walking on the edges, on the aluminum parts. I wasn't going to walk on the main part, but it just seemed like that was a bad idea. So I thought about it some more, and I went down into the electrical bay, and had my laptop connected with Victron Connect open, connected to both the BMV and the Blue Solar MPPT controller, and seeing that the voltages were different. And so I just thought, well, if its voltage sense is off, let's track its voltage, or its battery cable, and see what's going on. And as I'm looking at where it connects to on my bus bar, that's when I realize, or I see it spark a little bit, and I think, oh, that's weird. And that's when I realize that it's not making a good connection there. So I fixed that. Now it's putting out lots of power. Let's go take a look. Now, this is comedic, isn't it? I can't find a USB cable long enough, so I have to use an extender there, and it can't really make it too far above here. What? I'm talking to YouTube. I know, we were just outside, and then we're gonna lay down and we're gonna take a nap. Yeah. So that's this is what my performance is at the moment. Not bad. I do have an electric heater running, and the fridge's compressor's running at the moment. So that's what's going on there. The other big change I made, and now this is a rat's nest, I know, but I was doing this literally the day I left, but I moved my electrical box in here from down there. And let's go take a look and see what's down there, because I think you'll really like it. All right, low bed. Got my gear drying out. I'm sure some of you remember how bad this used to look. I'm really liking it now. This is a complete mess. I promise. Pinky swear. We're gonna clean this up. This is a complete mess. I don't like it. So we've got the 230 amp hour, 24 volt battery bank, golf cart batteries. And there's room for another bank I'd like to add eventually. Maybe even 3, who knows. We've got, a lot of people use a shutoff and a breaker. Or not a breaker, but a fuse. I went with just a breaker. So if I want to turn it off, I just hit that button. So then the power goes. Now this is a black cable because I didn't have any more red, but well, no, I'll replace it eventually. I put this together literally the day I left. Power goes into my 24 volt bus bar, which I need to label. And then some power goes into here, which is a 600, 700 watt DC-DC converter, and it feeds the 12 volt bus bar, which is nice. This wire is going to get upgraded eventually. It basically feeds all the 12 volt loads, which aren't many. Then this line comes from the alternator, and then got the multi-plus and the MPPT, and I got room here to stack another if I eventually add more. And there's also room here to stack another multi-plus, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up having to do. So I really like this. A lot of room. I can just sit my butt right here and work on stuff or stack the cables. I really like this. I feel like this is a step in the right direction. So there it is. Oh, Daddy's Cocoa Beast. Oh, beast. Oh, that beast. Oh, she absolutely loves people. And tummy rubs. Yes. Come on, let's go back inside.